Hi everybody. This is one of my how-to videos for the month of April. And you see I have the babies here. I'm going to move them so I can show you stuff. I kind of wanted to keep them here so Ariel can see them. She should be here any minute. And I'll pause the video and then come back. But I want to do a video on how I would do a photo shoot. Take pictures of the babies and stuff. Now, I film with my iPad, my 9 by whatever it is, the big one. And if I'm going to do a photo shoot to print pictures out, and just pictures and not a video, I will use my camera. And I'm going to go upstairs and get that in a minute when I pause the video, so I can show you what I use. I have 2 different cameras, my husband's and mine. Mine I like because I use it for tutorials too on my scrapbooking side of things on my other channel, and I'll link my channel in the bottom if you guys want to go check that out. That's where we have the dogs and Ariel sings and makeup, all the other stuff is over there. Anyways, but this video is on how I got stuff. You don't have to spend a lot of money, even though I do have a lot of the items, because my husband, he is a photographer but isn't, because he doesn't do it professionally anymore. So I do have some of my things, but they're too big, and I don't just have a room like my nursery to set up for photo shoots. And I'm not going to do that because I don't do real babies. I just do my own and Ariel. So I'm going to show you what couple things that I have that I use to do the photo shoots and stuff, and what I've accumulated from friends and people. Like my mother-in-law has a whole wall, I mean a wall, like I'll show you my craft area, like over on this wall where the nursery used to be, on this cement wall. She must have, oh, probably 10 shelves, bookshelves, up to the ceiling down, full of fabric. So, okay, I will be right back. Okay guys, I am back. I emptied off everything so I could show you straight. Let me show you the cameras first, so I can go put them on the table so I don't ruin them. Okay, don't mind me, it's cold down here, I got a sweatshirt on. My husband's camera. So this is his camera. It's a Canon EOS Rebel T5, and he has the extended battery thing on the bottom of it, and it doesn't have a flip screen. Let me put this over here. It does not have a flip screen. See, I'm using my iPad, and it's broke down in the corner. So, to do pictures, I can use this one, but it's so difficult to use, and it's heavy. And it does have better quality, but we have this camera and that I can use. But I have a tendency to use my generic. Everybody uses those Sony. It looks like this. And it has the flip up. And it has a flash. So it has the flip up. And I haven't taken pictures in a little while because I'm having to dust it off. And I've got a wide angle lens on here, the macro. So this is the one I bought for me to do pictures and everything. It's not as heavy. It's the generic version of that one that everybody uses, the Sony whatever, G7 or whatever the heck it is. It looks just like it. But it is not like it because this, the software in this is older, so it's a little, I would like to save up to get the real one. But for now, this works. But to film a how-to, let me go take you to my desk real quick. I want to tell you why I chose this. Okay, this is my makeshift to go over my desk. It's an old lamp post. I don't know if you can see it from there. Let's see. Well, I can bring it over to you. And it's heavy. It has the thing on the bottom. But I took the lamp all off of it, and he made me a special thing here. And this. So it just folds up when I'm not using it. But this fits over my desk, over the top. And then so if you want to put it on a tripod, goes in here. I have a different side. I take this piece off and just use this piece, and because this screw is the same size as this, and I screw that on there, and now I have down recording, and it's not in the way of me in what I'm doing and everything. So that's why I need a flip up. Plus, if you're like vlog style, you can aim it towards you and you can see. So that's a quick explanation why I chose this. And I didn't have $700 to buy the actual Sony camera. So I got the generic one for 80 bucks. So, and it'll work until I get the other one. Anyway, there's my cameras. So if I want to do just a photo shoot. Now over flipping around, so this is a total opposite side of where I do photos. This is an old, well, I don't know what it is. It's a stand my husband made. It's just a wood, has a piece of wood across here, and it's on real tall legs. And he's a gunsmith, so the lowers for the guns, the rifles, the lower part, he needs a smaller area to film those, to record those, whatever he's doing with them. So I had him make this for me. Let me lift you up. Okay. So I needed something in the background, so I put a piece of white cardstock and stapled it around. I have, let me show you what I got. I got a box, just a regular old box. Something that came with a shoe box or whatever. I have a big roll of this white fabric, and it's over in the back of the nursery now. But I have a bunch of this fabric. You just unroll a piece. I actually got to do a new one because this one's all crud, and I can wash this and reuse it. But so he sets this up to do that, or if I'm selling something on eBay or whatever. Okay, now we go back over to the other side. Aim that down. Here's my table. It's just a craft table. It's a 6-foot or 5-foot table that I just put in front of the nursery part to use. That's my table. I do have several of these box lights. Let me put you back up again so you can see this. There's a box light. That's one of them. It's on right now so you can see what I'm doing. But I have one over by my painting area over there. Okay. Sorry about the moving around. Okay. So this right here, I don't know if you can see my hand right here. Let me bring you forward a little bit so you can see it. Let me put this up a little bit. Okay, right there. This is one of those racks, like a portable clothing rack, and it's adjustable, so you can make it go higher or lower. Well, real photography racks that hold the green screen or your fabric is huge, and I have one, and it's too big. So I'm like, what can I use on a smaller scale for the table, for the background? And I'm like, my husband has like 10 of these. I'm like, I'm going to steal 2 of them. One to hold their clothes, and the other one I'm going to use for photography stuff. So it's up on top of this table. I got another piece of that white fabric, and I'm putting it over that. Oops. Over that, and tucking it down. So now you just have the white fabric now, so you can't see through. For the babies, I mean, you can go buy the stuff, but I'm not going to go buy it. I use what I have. So let me bring it down a little bit so I can show you. I got an old pillow, and this one is for a while, and it's clean. It's just, so I got a pillow. And if you want, because you need a smaller one, I will use my things in the nursery, the little teeny ones, and plus the regular boppy. And I have 2 boppies, and I have 2 of these. But to put the babies, lay them out on, you can take another pillow and cut it across so it's just a little one to put on top of this one, so you can, you know how they're laying like this? You can put that over here. You can do that. I will tend to prop something up so it's like this. I'll prop it up and do it that way. So a pillow, a table, a camera. I've got some kind of background. I mean, you could even hook something to the back of the table, like a piece of wood or something. I mean, you could use anything. I just happen to have a bunch of these little racks. And I think you can get those racks at Walmart. I think they're less than $10, but I'm not sure. Next time I go to Walmart, I'll find out. But I have a bunch of them. And so, some kind of boppy, some kind of little pillows to prop the dolls up with. Okay. I have a bunch of florals. And I'll come over here. This is a couple of different vases. They actually mostly fall, because that was the last thing I did. And I didn't have very many spring colors. So I just went, if you're going to buy flowers, and they look nice, go to Dollar Tree. I mean, I have a Family Dollar here. But even these bushels, these 2 bushels right here, were $3. But you can get something very similar to them at Dollar Tree for $1. So next time I go, I need to go get some more spring looking ones, because I don't have any. I have a ton of fall stuff. But then I got some of these, some different florals or whatever, so you have some florals. You know, just think of the seasons, spring, summer, fall, you know. And just, you don't need a lot. You only need one of these, maybe 2, because you can cut them up or whatever. And you can make a little floral arrangement in a pot, and I haven't done that, but. Okay, the next thing you're going to need, like for this, is backgrounds. Like I said, my mother-in-law has a ton of material. So I went and rated her material. And I'll show you a little bit of that. She had a floral. So I just took, you don't need very much, just like a half a yard, you know. Go hit up Walmart when they have discounted material on sale and see if you can find one that you like. I try to figure out, okay, what do you want in the background, you know? I want florals, like for the boys, I want, and I'll show you. I actually made this. This was really easy to sew, and it's not very big. And I made this with just extra material. And, you know, some kind of little blanket or something. You can go to the thrift store and find a ton of this stuff. I got that. And a lot of like if you watch some of the newborn photographers, they have this like fluffy stuff. This is more like sheep skin kind of stuff. Same thing. Ariel has a blanket actually in the girls' crib. That is what I want to get. Let me show you. She'll get mad at me taking it out, but she can put it back in. This kind of blanket. This one's pink, light pink. So you can use something like this. Get a white one or tan, like a light tan, something like that. You could use. I mean, even these receiving blankets, you can use. Like this has got little hearts and stuff on it, you know, and it's big enough. You could use that, you know. So I have actually 2 of these, different sizes, cut. One is to fit over the pillow, just over the pillow, and the other one is to use like for propping up stuff or whatever. So the next thing you'll need is different props. And I will show you what I have gotten. Some of the stuff I just stuck in here because I'm in the middle of making stuff for upstairs. So let me... And I did buy some yellow flowers. I do have some yellow flowers, but that's actually for decorating upstairs. But I did find this at my local hardware store. And it was like $12, I think. Still too much, but you could go to a thrift store and find something. But this would be cute for using as a prop. You could put the baby in here. Let me go get one of the boys. Let me get Jake. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me get Jakey. Okay. You could prop him in here. You know, prop him in like he's sitting. And you could put, you know, prop him up really good. And you could put like bubbles in here, not bubbles, but actual bubbles, but like polyfill that looks like bubbles, like he's in a bath or something. Or you could put some of that moss stuff in here. And I will show you that stuff in a minute that I have. But that's what I was kind of thinking. Or you can have him prop this way. He's kind of not the right one to use for this, but, you know, you could prop him up, you know, different ideas. So different things you could use for different ideas. And I knew I wanted to do something like this. And let me show you my book. I have got a little book on how to lay them. Like this is newborn, and you can lay the dolls similar to this. So I printed out little charts, and then I printed out an idea for if you don't have a boppy or whatever. This person I found it on Pinterest. I'll leave my Pinterest below because it's my personal one. But I have boards for REBORN photography or whatever, and this is in that. They just took a blanket and folded it up like a triangle and just rolled it, and rolled it around, and then wrapped it with some of that gauze stuff, and it made a boppy. So, but then I went into a couple of photographers. And I think some of them may have their, well, maybe they don't. Well, some of the pictures do has the photography place's name. But these are borrowed pictures. They're not mine, but just ideas to use. So they took different colors of this like cheesecloth type stuff. So there's one, it spells love, and you put the baby in the middle of it. And then, you know, up close pictures of the face, the feet, hands, eyes. This is done, if you're good with Photoshop, which I am not, you can get backgrounds and just take a picture of the baby laying, and then you can crop it in. So that's some ideas. There's some twins. Like you can get kits with their arms, because their arms are already a certain way. So you can't do anything. But sometimes, because of the full arms, you can move them. So this is just an idea of twins. A lacy kind of thing. And a bed. You could make this, like Ariel has a doll bed in there. You can go to Walmart and get a doll bed. And just make it pretty, you know. Just different things. Like this one I'm going to do. Ariel has a big teddy bear. And I have some little teddy bears. But the photography names up here, These ones these are just some ideas for a photo shoot. Look at that. Isn't that darling? I love this one. Now for the background, this wood looking thing, the wood, I have a piece of cardstock, looks like wood. Let me show you. If I can get it out. I don't know if I can get it out because all this stuff is on it. I'm sure you've seen it. Let me try to get it out without knocking all my stuff everywhere. Anyway, let me bring you over so I can show you this stuff. You can buy it so it looks different. You can use that. You can get some of that. That's not expensive. You may even be able to find wrapping paper like that for the background. For boys, you know, like they use the bottom piece like that. But I think you can find fabric like that. Baseball glove, which I still need to get. I'll go to the thrift store and find one. This I wanted to do. So let me show you. Like green, I have a green blanket for St. Patty's Day that I've had because one of my kids loved green at one point, so I have a green one. And I'll show you what I have down here. This is probably the best. Let me go down here. Okay. This I made for Ariel. She loved Nemo. This is under the sea, you know, it's all sea stuff. So if I wanted to use this as a background, I'd put it up there and hang it over drape it over that and use that. Here is my version of the Tonka truck. This is the newer version. It's plastic. One of my friends let me borrow it until I could go to a thrift store and find an old metal one. And I have some little cars in here also. And I have like this is a woodland material. This is what I took from my mother-in-law. And it has, let me put it upright so I can show you. It's going to be kind of a long video. This has eagles flying or whatever, but it'd be a cute background for the boys. And I have like, this is like wood looking. You could use that. This is another video that I'm going to show you. This is called Fluff. And this is felting. It's totally different. And this is fun. This part's fun. So, I'll show you these. I've made these. And you put them in the basket or put them down on your thing and the babies lay on them. And this is just fluff. It's just different fluff. And this stuff is expensive to buy. So, that'll probably be the other how-to. I have to get some yarn to show you. And then I have several baskets, size baskets. I've got this one. I've got a huge one under here. But I've got some polyfill right here. And I just cover it with like some of this fluff or whatever, and I take a picture of the baby in there. And I have Valentine's stuff, some Christmas stuff in this basket. But if I want to use the basket, I'll just take that stuff out of there and use it. This one I got to get out because this is coming up. This is Easter stuff. I kept one of Ariel's old Easter buckets and some of her animals. And a couple of these were given to me. Easter bunnies and stuff. I've got a couple of Easter baskets under there for Easter. You know, you just get seasonal stuff. And you just collect, you know, you don't need a lot, just several for other things, you know. I'll move this out of the way. And this is my big, huge basket. And I got this at the thrift store the last couple of times I went. This one is huge. This one is so big. I love it. You could put twins in here, but you can see that I have different colors of this fluff stuff. Some boys boy ones, girl colors, fall colors, and I happened to get a piece of camo my mother-in-law had. So I took that from her. And my friend had some deer horns. She's let me borrow until I can get my own. But I did a real cute picture. Let me see if it's in. Let me see if it's in here. Oh, I don't think I put it in here. Yep, it is in here. Look. Isn't that adorable? So that's why so that's my for instance stuff. And I usually keep all this fluff in one basket. And the material goes in another thing. But for now I'll leave the blankets and stuff under here. I'll leave it under here for now. Okay, that's what I store underneath there. Okay, now for the rest, just a little bit left up here. You know, you can always get different props. Like this had, for the boys, you know, you get a crate, an old crate. Big teddy bears, whatever. A mitt. I am going to get that at the thrift store next time I go, because I usually see one there. And I don't want to go buy one. I'm not going to go buy one, you know. And I'd like to get this, the old Tonka truck. But for Tommy, because I'm selling him, I did do a photo shoot, and I did get one of these little books. You can get these books at Dollar Tree for $1. And I did do a photo shoot with him. With, I think he was in this truck. I did one. There's a couple of several different ones I did with him, but I know I did one with the truck. I need to get a baseball bat. I do have this. Let's see if I can show you. It's an old wash tin. I do have one outside. You can make a twig nest. Baseball and baseballs. Isn't that cute? I love that one. And a little crate. You know, is another woodland one. And so those are my for instance ones to give me ideas how to wrap the babies up. So there's that. And then for the girls, I made a little hair thing. And I'll show you why. There's a tutorial on YouTube. I can't remember her name right now, but I love it. And she shows you how to make a tutorial for a tutu for a doll. It's actually for a doll, which is what we have. But you can use it for a newborn. And I did it the way she did on a ribbon, so you can tie it and adjust it. So you put this around the baby and the hair bow in there, and they're just laying there. It's so cute. I did this one for a girl doll for that. And then the rest, I've got this big bucket. It's floral, that you can, for the girl, whatever, you can dress her up and put her in that. I have a fabric that looks like a cloud for background. I have Disney babies. I have Winnie the Pooh. A bunch of Winnie the Pooh. Several Winnie the Poohs. I have several things for 4th of July, just a red stripe and stars you can do. I have fabric left over from a grocery cart sit thing that you put for little babies. I got that left over. I've got a bunch of yellow fabric to do. I've got black for Halloween, purple for Halloween or spring, a bunch of browns, different shades of brown. So this is like a burlap, piece of burlap. This is kind of pretty, shiny. I got green for fall, the green. I've got like a piece of silk with roses on it. I've got a piece of lace with roses on it, like for Halloween or something. That piece. I've got a rolled up lace, like in that one picture is rolled up lace that you can put around the baby. I haven't even opened this yet. I got that. I got some regular cheesecloth. It's white. I guess you can get this stuff in different colors, but I've only seen it in white. So I have white. I have a couple of flowers. Like I said, I have a bunch of different flowers and stuff. Some white lace and some tan lace. This is a lot, so you can use this as a background. It'll drape over everything if you wanted to do that. So, and I just stuck it in the bucket for now till I have to use it. But, so, there's my instant photography studio. Just a little table, and just, you only need, you know, all this fabric. I don't even need all this, you know, but I wanted to have a variety for, you know, the seasons or whatnot. And you could always say there's a photo shoot you want to do, and like I do one next time I think I go to Walmart, I'm going to see if they have fabric that does look like wood, like that one in the book. This one. I'm going to see if they have some fabric that looks like that, because I do want some of that. And I will buy that. But I only need, you could get 2 yards and it'll drape over this plus over where you're filming. It would be plenty. So, alright guys, so now that I made a mess over here, we are done. So I hope you liked it. If you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to comment or send me an email. The email's always listed in below. If you have any suggestions, look on my how-to videos this month for April, and I'll grab another skein of yarn. I don't have any here. I'll have to make a note so I can show you how to make your own fluff, because that's going to save you a ton of money just doing that. I think Jen at Creative Reborns, I'll link her channel below, and she has a tutorial also on, that's where I saw it, is from Jen, and it's really easy to do, and you could be sitting watching TV with your husband and your kids and do it, you know, it's really easy. So, but I think there's another lady that did the felting one, and which is a little more, it's still fun, but anyway. But I think that's it. Any more questions, pop them down below. I know I kind of rambled a little bit, but there's my to-do photography, how I set things up, how I do things if I'm going to do that. So, a little bit long of a video. I apologize for that. So guys, I will talk to you later, and you all have a good day.